All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Um, all right, I'll be right back, y'all. All right, all right, Trader. Here we go again. Here we go again. This is going to be an interesting stream tonight. Um, I'm a little ticked off. The market closed today. I went and reviewed the chart, and I did not like what I saw. For the next, as we review the chart today to see exactly what the market did, just to have that bit of review. We'll look at the entire week, see how the week panned out. But I will show again today what I felt like. was a clear indication that there are people trading on insider information. That was always obvious. I mean, it was always happening, but right now it's so egregious. Like it's so easy to spot it. You can clearly see it, and over the next few minutes, I will demonstrate that in the chart and say exactly why I'm looking at and why I feel so strongly about that. And I think that's really unfair because us retail traders do not have access to those type of informations this early. We're already fighting an uphill battle, and I really don't think it's fair to already give the institutions and the big money all the leverage and all the insider info on top of all the advantages they already have currently. So right now, if we go into, we're gonna go into the chart real quick. But before we do, let's see exactly what we had going on this today. I mean, this week we were supposed to receive some good data on where things are going. The data that came out, a lot of it seems very strong, which in my opinion seems maybe it might be a bit tough for. I still think the Fed will cut regardless, but that makes their jobs just a little tougher. So I'm not a big fan of the numbers we just received. I mean, it's good for the economy, it's good for people, but if we're being completely honest, it's not very good for us thinking we're going to keep getting cuts after cuts after cuts. Okay, it seems like we already switched off and move on to this upcoming week when it comes to data that came out. What am I talking about if you see the title of this stream, you might see that it's talking about market manipulation, and this is why I feel so strongly about that, right? So the market was about to open, right? We had a this is pre-market. This area here is the pre-market. This is the 15 minutes, and what you can see here, right? What you can see here. Let me even go to the 5 minutes so everyone can see exactly what happened, how nasty that was. Right here before the market opened, seems like we were going down a bit, and then boom, the market bounced. And for whatever reason, so we have big data that's coming at 10 a.m. I think that was the PCE data and core PCE and so forth. That was supposed to come out at 10 a.m. Before that even comes out, we had this rally that just came like crazy. Why would you ask for a move like that? I mean, look at that, almost straight up. No real pullback, or I mean, I guess there's a little bit of a pullback. I guess you can say right in this level. If you look at that, right, you can see there's a little pullback that was done like around here, and then we continue to move and whatever. But it's like, okay, what exactly justify? Does anyone know what would justify a move like that? When we right, I mean, ahead of a big data that's coming out that's going to move the market like that. What I'm saying, I feel like insiders had that information way before. So what they did, they went and bought in all through here, pushed the market up, and guess at what time where the market reached the top? Exactly at 10 a.m. when the data came out. And what you've seen here, this is the institutions pretty much getting out of their position. Right now, this is just retail traders getting trapped right at that level. That's just retail traders getting trapped at that level. See these those big candles? Retail traders don't buy enough to create those type of heavy candles. The same thing as the buying that came in. That buying was so strong. I mean, ahead of a big data dump. Why was it so strong? This is what I think is so egregious. And again, it was positive, but by the time the number came out, the move was already done. The people that needed to be in was already in. By the time retail traders are seeing exactly what the numbers look like, and then CNBC talking about it and saying how good it is, and blah blah blah, this and that. At that time, which is when they pretty much getting retail traders to come in, right? I guess you can say right here toward the end of that move. That's when retail traders are coming in, are piling in, and those guys, that's when they offloading, pretty much just offloading. They were done for the day. And then if you're a retail trader, you might see, hey, there's a seems like we having a breakout. If I go on the daily, you will see that seems like, hey, we getting a big breakout happening. So I'm going to go in because we're going to the moon and yada yada and blah blah blah, all this stuff. And guess what happens? Right now you trap. You trap what at this level? I believe yesterday I reviewed that level with everyone. I said, hey, right inside of this level. I mean, if you're really good at charting, this is not going to be an issue for you. You should be able to see exactly what happened right in there. This was not a buy level yet. You can see the stock was consolidating. Still, we have a strong resistance zone. Right in that resistance zone, you're not buying into that. Yes, the stock market right now is very, very strong, but although the stock market is strong, um, we're not buying until we're able to take that level. Because right now, this is not the risk reward ratio at this level is just not worth it. I mean, if you're able to get in, maybe like right down there, if you got in right down there, okay, that's all right. But right in there, you have to wait for the move to at least break above this zone, clear this zone. I mean, if you want to be really, really safe, you might just wait to take the breakout right above that level here, right? You might want to wait to do that if you want to play very, very super safe. But at the very least, I think you should wait until we can clear that consolidation zone that we have right here. I mean, you can even include even that in it. We need to clear that off first. So that's the S&P 500. You can see how it's looking, and as I've been talking about all week. Right now, what we can see, we clearly see, right? Remember Monday, but by the time we got to that level, I believe it was like Sunday night or Monday, I was talking about we going to pause in here and make that left shoulder, so we can complete that pattern right on that level, right? So that way we can have that head and shoulder pattern form, and that's exactly what's happening. We're getting that bit of consolidation, and just be patient and wait. If you did not getting at the bottom of the move, there's no reason for you to feel bored and start trading that and start jumping in. Because a lot of times, most of the mistakes we make is going to be because we're bored. We feel like we have to take a trade or something might leave. You know what? If it leaves, so what? There's going to be another pullback. You will have another chance to get in. That's just the way it's going to work. If it leaves, if the market just push up and it leaves you for a quick little bit, that's all right. There's no problem with that happening. All right. Now, if we go in the S&P 500, that's just pretty much just the exact same pattern. The QQQ will give you the exact same pattern. I mean, you can see where I had that resistance level right here. Literally, that's where we are. Right now, we really need to take that level. We might do a bit of a consolidation once we get to here. The Nasdaq, the Qs might go up just a little more to consolidate in there. It might happen. It might just run, right? Maybe was this enough? We don't know yet. But if we're looking at the market on a weekly basis, right, on the weekly time frame, the weekly looks super strong, super bullish, right? This is what we have in here right now. You can see we having volume is increasing, right? We have that reversal candle and volume is increasing in the weekly, and you can see we're pretty much in really, really good shape. Checking the SPX, it's also the SPX. Not much volume this week, was a bit slow, but we still make a higher high. The other side of that coin, we cannot forget. Is it possible that at this level we just do some sort of double tap and then crash? It is possible, right? All we do here, there's no fluff, there's no guessing. All we do is we're purely technical, so we're just looking at probabilities. on things, right? On the weekly, we don't know yet. Right now it's a 50-50. Right at this level, we are at a 50-50% trade, whether or not we're going to keep pushing up or we're going to tank. Again, we can see, let's see, we can say, hey, this is a move that came from here. We push up, pull back, and the second leg is happening. That would be fair. You can also look at it as of now, like, hey, this is what we're doing. We're doing a double top, and right here we have the top. That's resistance level, and we're about to push back down. I mean, that would be fairly accurate as well. So as of right now, are we going up? Are we going down? I would still put that currently at a 50-50 when it comes to the weekly time frame. But it is strong. You can see the increase in volume, like right in here, right? Volume is increasing. So the market is still fairly strong. When you digging in the daily tells us that we most likely are going to keep rising. On the daily, I did not like that candle. This is like we have almost like a shooting star, but it's more of a doji with a long topping tail. Is that a pivot candle? Not necessarily. But then again, it's not great that all of this happened literally right after a hanging man doji candle. So that is not great, and it's also happening at resistance level. So we have to deal with that how it is. We have to make sure we watch how things are going. James, I see what you're saying, man. I know you're saying true, but that's just really the way I see it with these things. If we take a look at the cues, again, it's the same thing. We're seeing the exact same pattern everywhere. We're seeing the exact same pattern with the cues. What we pretty much did for the entire week is we went up. We got to exactly where I thought we were going to go. I didn't think we had built enough momentum to take this level to continue going up because I did think we needed to take some time to consolidate. I think it is healthy for the market. It would not surprise me one bit if the first couple of days, say Monday and Tuesday, we actually have a pullback to the moving averages. And then on Wednesday, when we have the FOMC meeting, when Powell comes out and they announce rate cuts and whatever, and then we shoot up. That is highly plausible. That's what I'm the way I'm looking at it as of right now. That's what I think might possibly happen, unless somebody knows something a lot sooner, and they will do exactly what they did today again. Buy early and just ring things up. All right, but at the same time, guys, be careful going into next week. I hope everyone had a great trading day this past week. It was a very very choppy market, very choppy. As you can see right in here, I'm looking at the 4 hours, like right in here. You can see that. I mean, this is literally nothing. This is literally, I mean, what do you do with that? Like one day we up in the morning, we down in the afternoon, down in the afternoon, up in the morning, and it, this was like all over the place. I'm pretty sure a lot of retail traders lost a lot of money inside of that choppy consolidation zone, right? A lot of people lose a lot of money. Right now, I still think it's still 50-50 on where we go. There's no specific direction being done as of right now. Personally, anything that I buy, I'm buying for the long term. That's the way I'm doing leap calls. I'm doing like long swing, like 6 months out. But I'm not buying anything for 30 days because if for whatever reason we're going to get a pullback to that level, which would be very, very uh, a steep pullback. I don't think we're gonna have a 15-point drop unless we don't get the rate cut that we needed. But is it plausible that we might come down, say, to this level and then go back up? Yeah, it is plausible because if you're looking at the level of consolidation, the support goes all the way down to this level you can include that. So all of this would be considered that current consolidation zone, which we had talked about, I believe, on Monday and whatever. I had actually I had that drawn up for you guys. I said this was the first consolidation area, this level, and then we broke above it. I wanted us to stay above it, have that previous resistance now become support, and that's exactly what happens toward the end of the week. Now we have another a consolidation zone, um, like right here, and then you have that previous zone actually being used as support for us. As you can see, there's a couple of long tail candles that we had in the 4 hours, and the stock actually bounced anyway, which is great. Um, if we take a quick look at Bitcoin, as we typically do, Bitcoin is struggling, y'all. Bitcoin is struggling. Right now, what I'm looking at, let's see, it is possible for us to continue going down, do this move, come all the way here, and then to do that, right? Because as of right now, I'm doing a bit of this is the previous low. I'm doing that trend line. You have that low right in there. Um, okay. Let's say you have that low right in here, right? And then you have a higher low that was done here, right? So we need that again. If it's gonna keep going down, we're going to need that again to make a higher low on those areas here, right on the trend line, just holding the trend line, make a higher low, so that way we can keep going up. But we must hold right now. It doesn't seem like Bitcoin could continue that move. So we're having a bit of a pullback being done as of right now. Okay, if we take a quick look at ETH, as a matter of fact, I think ETH actually held up a little better than Bitcoin. Held up a little better, but the pattern is still pretty much the same. Again, what worries me a lot about Ether is the fact that we went to test the previous trend line, and that trend line reject. We've not been able to claim that trend line yet. We've not been able to claim it yet, so that's where we are with that. Okay. Now let's jump on the real quick, fear and greed. I mean, the market. I mean, this is rising up a lot faster than I thought, given what the market is. People are not as afraid anymore. More people are getting bullish, and this is what starts to get me a little worried a little bit. Too many people are getting too comfortable, while the crypto market is not really moving. The stock market is moving up, but the crypto market is actually not moving very well, and that makes me a little bit uneasy, guys. That makes it a little bit uneasy. If we go in the VIX, our good old friend, because we gotta keep checking volatility. Again, we're looking at a dead man here. Okay, there's nothing going on with the VIX. We don't really have anything good about the VIX right now. Everything seems dead. Things might change this upcoming week. It might try to pull back to the 9 EMA. We'll see. We'll deal with that when that happens. But as of right now, this is the way it looks right now. All right. One thing I wanted to review, I guess I'm gonna call that stock of the week. I mean, there's multiple ones I think we can choose from, but I'm going to drop onto Meta. In my community, I call on Meta for people to get in around this level. And for those who got in, for those who bought in at this level, congratulations. You are now at a level you can get out. If people want to, but you should be already in profit at this level. If you got into early, don't regret it. As long as you make money, you made profit, you are good. Just wanted to review. I think this is my stock pick. for the week. I mean, there were a couple of competitors. I had to narrow it down between that and OKLO. That's not OK. That's OKLO. Yep. OKLO made a move, a big move at that. But I still think Meta was king. Meta was king with that move. That was a sizable move. Anyway, guys, well, it's 9:30, so we're going to completely get off the chart. It's 9:30. It's enough. Again, I want to thank every single I want to I want to thank every I see I see that that comment, James. I see it, man. Um it's Friday night, guys. It's a good time to go out, have some fun, relax, spend time with family, whatever it is that works for you. I know some of you guys, some of you guys might be tired of going to the club. If you don't do the club, there's other things you can still do. You can hang out with family, you can chill at home, but whatever you decide to do, have fun, enjoy the time. I appreciate you taking giving me some time on a Friday night. I really appreciate that. I appreciate your support. Once again, smash the like button, share the video, drop your comments anytime. If you have any questions, I'm going to stay here for another a couple more minutes in case anyone have any questions. Just ask me anything. I'm just gonna open that to ask me anything. It doesn't have to be about the stock market specifically. Right now, this is when I just free flow that and just have a conversation. If anybody have anything, what I'll kick that off in for me is I I hope the black community specifically. I'm talking to you guys directly. I hope certain things change in our community. I was looking people I see some people that was asking me about what did I think of the Diddy documentary on Netflix. I don't watch these things. And this is something I do consciously. I simply don't. The last I would say the over the past 5 years, I would say all the big documentaries that has been done around a black celebrity or any black figure has always been negative. So you have the Cosby, you have the OJ, you have Diddy and whatever. There are too many people doing great things for me to focus on negativity. I'm strong. I'm completely focusing. I'm trying to completely focus on positivity. Anything, if you have somebody or you know somebody you'd like for me to do some research on or maybe to learn a bit more about, that's doing great in the community, whether it's an entrepreneur, somebody that's doing some anything, right? So one example I can give is a gentleman called named John Hope Bryant. John Hope, I think he has a financial literacy organization that he started to go into these poor neighborhood, well, let me say on the privileged neighborhoods, and try to teach people, give people free mentorship to help you repair your credit, teach you how to save, how to invest money, and all these kind of things. These are the kind of things I'm reading. These are the kind of people I'm interested in. So these are the only things that for me I try to consume myself with. And this is the thing that you go also going to see once you watch the more of these things that you watch, you're going to see those mindset shift where it pushes you. It start making you think about okay, people are doing that. They have two arms, two legs. They put their clothes on just like I put my clothes on in the morning, right? So if those guys are doing positive things affecting people's life positively, one either how can I help, right? Is there anybody that I can help? Let me take a quick look at that. Can you share strategy for any beginner trader can benefit from? Okay. Um, just going into that, James. This is not necessarily strategy. I think um, a beginner trader can benefit from. What I can share is what I did when I first was starting out. If you are a beginner trader and you are not profitable, what I would really encourage you to do, what I would really encourage you to do is get into a demo account and trading that demo account for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. And out of that 2 weeks, if you cannot put 5 winning days consecutively, you start over. Anytime you have a red day, you start back at one. You must have consistency. So your goal is to have five, and you have to go with a specific strategy. This is not, oh, today I'm trading a VWAP bounce. Today I'm trading an open range breakout, or like not a whole bunch of different strategies. Have a specific strategy that you're going to use, right? My personal favorite is the open range breakout strategy. I have a video on that. You can go on my channel and watch the video. The open range strategy, in my opinion, is one of the most simplest strategies. You just have to really know how to use it. A lot of people use it differently. I have my specific way that I use it. It has been proven. For me, I've taught that to people. They've been able to replicate it as long as they decide they actually follow the principles of it, because it's very simple, right? Very simple. I'm not gonna completely break into it and break everything down, but the way that I use it, I don't trade the first 30 minutes of the trading day. I just wait for that consolidation to happen. Give me the first candle, give me the range in the first 30 minutes, and if we break above the 30 minutes, um, uh, that range, I'm buying long. If we reject, I don't even buy puts. I just let it be. If we break below, I buy puts. That's easy, very easy. The way that I trade it, very easy for me. I just do it that way. Um, but another way somebody can, I used to trade that. I no longer do it anymore because I just love using the open range break strategy so much. One of the ones I used to trade was literally just, okay, let's say I'll find the low and the high of the previous day, so I'll mark those, right? If the market dipped down, so I'm watching it to see typically what the market would do. It would go revisit either the high of the previous day or the low of the previous day. So if it goes to the high of the previous day, at that level, I'm using that as a resistance point. So I'm watching to see, okay, are we going to break above? But most likely we typically break down, and I'm watching that. Okay, if we break above, I'm going long, and if we break below, I'm going low. Or if we gap above it, I'm waiting for a retest of the high from the previous day. So that's those strategies that I use. You find what works best for you, but for me, again, to simplify it, I think the open range breakout strategy, which is something that I teach to people, is the best strategy because it's so simple, it's so simplified. There's like just little minor details you need to familiarize yourself with. Once you're able to do that, uh, you're going to see like such a big change with that strategy. It has been working for me great. I've been using that literally for my day trade, unless I'm trading small cap, right? Unless I'm trading small cap on my day trade, this is the only thing that I trade on my day trade. Literally the only thing. Um, I'm gonna save that for another day. I have another strategy that somebody could use with literally with one of the, but that's more for small cap. It's an easy strategy that I use with the 9 EMA. I'll have that for another day. I don't want to put too much trading strategies on here and just get things completely confused. What I'll do actually, you know what? I'll make a video on it. I'll make a video on it and go over exactly how I use it. It's also my biggest thing with trading is the more simplified your trading plan is, the better you're going to do. If it's one of those things that you need to have 15 indicators and this thing needs to be at this point and that and whatever, once you start getting to the whole point where you have like 10 different steps that needs to be perfectly aligned, it's too complicated. If you cannot easily just answer, I always put it that way to somebody. If you have a trading a strategy you use, you cannot explain it to somebody. Okay, they may not fully understand it, but you cannot explain it to somebody within 30 seconds, almost like an elevator pitch. It's too complicated. If you cannot do that, it's too complicated. That's for me. Again, that's for me. Some traders may see it differently. Some people that's they trade better when they have more on the chart. My thing is that is not what I do. But then again, there's a difference between swing trading plan and day trading plan, scalping plan, leap plan, or whatever. So there's all these things. Number one thing, anyway, just make sure you have a trading plan. Make sure you have a trading plan and follow it. Follow it for a long time. Don't show up one day. Don't show up today and you tried this strategy, did not work, and then tomorrow you trying a different strategy. Give it time. Give it a week. Take notes. Journal. Take notes. Then go back and compare. Say, okay, how many wins did I get? Okay, but sometimes it's not the strategy that's the problem, it's the execution of the strategy that's the problem, right? So how many win did I get? How many did I lose? Why did I win? How was my entry? Did I enter too late? Did I enter too early? Then I got stopped out. Did I misplace my stop loss? And whatever did I was my position size too big because the range or the market was too volatile? So all these things comes into play. So this is why it's great to journal. And when you journal, take time and study your trade because I can guarantee you everyone who trades have no problem sitting down, going on YouTube and watch somebody else review their trade for their trades. But why so many of us don't review our own trades? You're going to learn the most from reviewing your own trades and see what mistakes you made so you can correct it. Then you're going to learn from watching someone else's trades. But for whatever reason, we prefer spending more time watching someone else's trades than we would do watching our own trades. Like for me, I actually point out my entire trades, right? Now we have help. Get into ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Manus and whatever. Point out almost every single platform now. You can download your trade journal or all your trades. You can download them on Saturday, feed that into an AI, have the AI analyze it for you, right? Have the AI analyze it for you, and give the AI full autonomy to analyze your trade and give you advice on where you might have made mistakes and whatever and this and that. And it's even better if you actually take screenshots of the trades that you did take that day. If you can take screens, I mean, it is a little hard to do, especially if you scalping. It is a bit hard for you to be able to really get into getting all those screenshots. But if you can do that specifically for your swing trades and whatever, if you can get screenshots, that would be great. Or it's actually very, very easy if you have a full journal that you actually journaling your trades as you taking them. If you can feed that journal inside of a chat GPT, that would work well for you. If not, there are platforms out there. I'm not going to promote any of them. There are platforms out there that you can upload you can literally upload your trading report every single day, and they will break it down for you and tell you, hey, this is the best time of day for you to trade. This is the position, this is how long you stay in trade. When you stay in trade for X amount of time, you lose you tend to lose more. When you stay less or whatever. So it analyzes all these things for you, and it would also even tell you like the strategy that it sees, because I think you can a lot of them you can actually plug them into Thinkorswim. So it actually with not only it gets the date of when you took those trades, it actually can review the chart to match the charts with the trades that you took. So it's actually letting you know your trading pattern, what time of day, what type of stock that you trade that is best for you. What price range is best for you to trade with stocks and things like that. So, but anyway, make sure you journal. Make sure you review your trades. Make sure you keep on learning. Test your strategy. If you have a strategy that you're using, make sure you stick with that strategy like a robot for at least 2 weeks. Then, or at the very least, at least a week. You know what I mean? And then you can really look at it and say, okay, you know what? I don't know if that works. Is that's working for me? I've been treating that all week, and it doesn't. It just doesn't work. All right. And another thing I like to tell people as well, when you have a strategy that you're using, because sometimes it's not the strategy that's not good, it's the phase the market is in. Because some strategies work better in volatile market. Some strategies work better in low volatility situation. Some strategies going to work better around earning season, right? So it's like there's all these different phases, and what separate a great trader and a good trader, or a profitable trader and a losing trader, a lot of times is being able to recognize what phase you're currently in. Because sometimes you're using a strategy that's not working very well with a volatile market. So that means if you've been using that strategy for the past 2 weeks, right? When the market was like really choppy, going up like 12 today, 15 the next day, 20 tomorrow, that your strategy just didn't work for 2 weeks. But guess what? The past couple of days, this whole week, your strategy would have been perfect. But maybe you already got so tired of it, you got discouraged, you changed it, and you adjusted for a strategy that would be great in high volatility. So it's like now you see you just change that strategy and it's also not working. Which then brings doubt. You start doubting yourself. Can I do this? And this is it that I just don't know what I'm doing? No, sometimes it's just about the strategy that you have. You might have to modify it to the current market we have, or that specific strategy may not be suitable for the current market we have. All right, that's the only thing. I hope I answered. I'll give you some stuff, James. I said a lot there. I did. I did. I said a lot there. Just gonna stay on, see if anybody else have anything else that they wanna add or would like to ask. Um, real quick. Uh, pa- 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 pa. Okay. And while I'm waiting to see if anybody has anything to ask, anyone who knows me knows that obviously I am Haitian and I'm really into football, or as Americans call it, soccer. I do feel really bad for the likes of Brazil and those other teams that was drawn into our groups. I don't care what anybody say. I'm going in with a lot of optimism because you know what? Once the game starts, I have no idea if that optimism is going to stick around. So for now, I'm going to talk trash. I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be very optimistic. Now, once the whistle has been blown and the players, the ball start rolling and the match has started, I can't tell you if I'm still going to be optimistic about our chances. I'm not delusional. I have to accept that. But for now, it's still 0-0. So we have a 50-50 chance of winning. We have a 50-50 chance of winning. And I'm not even talking about just beating Brazil, by the way. I'm talking about the whole World Cup. That's right now it's 50-50. All right? We have as many points as anybody. That's the way I'm looking at it. But hopefully, those games are in Jersey. I think there might be one in Philly. Would be great so I can catch a game. and whatnot. All right. Doesn't seem like there's anything else coming here, James. Okay, I'm glad I answered your question, man. I'm glad I provided some sort of value. Once again, everybody. Oh my goodness, I forgot to say that. I have to remember to keep saying this. Anything I say is not. Okay, I gotta get this through right. Okay, I have to cover myself with that. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Everything I do is for education and entertainment purposes. You assume all your risk to buy, and you may lose capital when you trade. Trading is risky, so trade at your own risk. Do your own research. Do your own analysis. But what I do is just provide some of the technical analysis that I do for myself, for my own trading. But I am not telling you to take any trades. I'm not telling you I can help you make money or anything like that. I'm just here to break down the market and give you the facts and talks about probabilities of what I see personally, right? That's about all I can do. With that being said, thank you everyone for tuning in on a Friday afternoon. Go out and spend some time with that girlfriend, that whatever it is, kids, friends, family, by yourself, because some people like solitude and whatever. So if you just want to put on Netflix and get you a glass of wine or beer or scotch, cognac, whatever it is that you do, hookah, I don't know. Whatever it is that we do, I hope you do have a fun time. And I'll see you guys. I don't think I'm going to be live tomorrow, but I will post a video tomorrow. But there's a video incoming tomorrow. I'm debating if I want to do that actually while James was asking. I'm debating if I want to do that on a strategy to use, or if I want to do that as more of market style review, or what topic to cover. If anybody have any idea, any specific topics you'd like for me to go to cover in the next video for tomorrow, please drop it in the comments. I'm taking suggestions. If not, I guess I'll figure it out. All right, guys. Have a good night. Take care, everyone. It's been a great week. Can't wait for next week to see what next week brings again. Just another chance for us to make some money and start working toward our own goal. Again, this is Ludwig from Lou Web Trading. Please share the video, like, comments. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, I'll see you guys on Sunday, but I do have a video dropping tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that.